Hi, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing my thoughts and reaction to that really cryptic, really cool first trailer and title reveal for the fourth Avengers film, now officially known as Avengers Endgame, which is super exciting because that was one of my favorite lines from the movie when Doctor Strange spoke it to Tony. We're in the Endgame now, and when it was theorized and rumored months ago that that was going to be the title for this film, I got very excited and hopeful that that was going to be it, and sure enough, it is. Although I did like the sound of Avengers Annihilation. I thought that was pretty badass sounding too. But I'm also very happy with Endgame, and it's also a fitting title considering it's the Endgame for multiple characters and multiple different storylines as well. You know, Kevin Feige himself said this is like the conclusion to the first 10 years of 20 different movies. I mean, that is shocking that so many movies have come out in the past 10 years. It's remarkable. They really have come a really long way. Now, getting right to it. It wasn't as epic as I thought it was going to be. Not like the first Infinity War trailer from almost a year ago. But then I realized it actually makes a lot of sense because you don't want to reveal or show too much because, you know, that would just give away all the fun and all the secrets. So, of course, we only got glimpses of our surviving heroes, which makes a lot of sense. And we got to see them in the aftermath of Thanos' snap. And it made sense to see where everybody was at, like emotionally and physically. What I was curious about was we didn't get glimpses of War Machine or Rocket, both of whom survived the snap. We got to see everybody else. We finally got to see a good, decent, full reveal of Hawkeye, or I believe he might go by Ronin in the new movie. I'm not sure if that's from the comics or not, but Hawkeye, Ronin, same character. You know, it looks like he's come out of the woodwork after the snap, so that's cool. Looks like Thanos is just enjoying the country life. Like he has a little farm and he's got a scarecrow or something with his armor or some crap like that. I don't know, but we didn't get a full glimpse of him either. But you know, it was still pretty cool. And then I was also intrigued as to why Tony Stark was alone in the Guardians ship, because one of my theories was, well, Tony and Nebula leave Titan and head back to Earth to rendezvous with the survivors. But in this case, it looks like Tony was alone in the Guardian's ship, and he was close to death. I'm sure that's not how he'll die in the movie if he dies. So I'm curious as to where Nebula was or why she didn't go with him. You know, because it feels like those two would have stuck together after watching the Guardians and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man all disintegrating right before him, when only those two left standing. So I'm curious about that. Got a big crack up and laughed when I saw Ant-Man, which was also very surprising and quite revealing because, spoiler alert, at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, that film ended with the Wasp and her parents, all three of them disintegrating with Ant-Man trapped in the quantum realm. And it's like, well, how the hell is he going to get out of this one? Well, obviously he did somehow because he got into his van and drove to the Avengers' new headquarters and was trying to get in touch with anybody who was left. So, as funny as and amusing as that little snippet was, it's got me scratching my head wondering how the hell did he get out of the quantum realm? So, I'm very curious about that. So, this trailer definitely answered some questions, but then also introduced some new ones. And that's okay. That's what makes the hype so much fun, which makes it so great for everybody. And I'm excited. You know, this is one of my most anticipated films of the year. I'm glad we have a release date. I'm glad we have a title. I'm not at all surprised that once again it's coming out late April, much like Infinity War did, in order to avoid any spoilers or leaks from any of the European cinemas, because that's when the film is supposed to hit Europe as well. So I'm glad that they're doing that. I think that's a smart move. And I also think it's smart that they decided to not use any of the dead characters in their marketing strategy. So if we get more trailers or more TV spots, it's unlikely we'll see any of the dead characters but hopefully we'll get to see our surviving characters doing interesting stuff. So what did you guys think of the trailer? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Were you absolutely thrilled we finally got our first look at Avengers Endgame? Or were you incredibly disappointed, expecting much, much more? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on Avengers Endgame and other upcoming exciting films in 2019. There's a lot to look forward to. Thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.